A strange fat man suddenly broke into the restaurant. He has a severe cough. Passing through the crowd, straight into the restroom. After seeing it, the guests all expressed disgust. Some even pay the bill and leave directly, not realizing that the nightmare was about to begin. Don't. The guest who just paid the bill was unexpectedly hit by someone's head. Everyone panicked and panicked. Lie down on the glass to spy on the situation. I didn't expect the bustling street just now. Now it's completely empty. The cook advised everyone. Don't move. Let him go to the police first for help. But unfortunately, there is a disobedient young man who wants to become a leader and fly up to save people. Who knows, just bending down. Just then there was another gunshot. Sudden and continuous shooting scared the guests inside and fled everywhere, hiding out one after another, afraid of becoming the next target. But now they don't know the location of the killer. I don't know his purpose either. And now even the phone suddenly loses its signal. What's even more strange is that something so big happened here. There was no report on TV either. Wait for them to gradually calm down. I just realized that the two corpses just now disappeared out of thin air. Even the bloodstains on the ground were wiped clean. The cook believes that all of this may be in their dreams. Actually, there's no such nonsense as anything happening here. Obviously, it won't be recognized by everyone. Retired police officers say this is clearly a shooting, and the killer must still be outside. But the man in the suit thinks it could be a terrorist attack. The killer may not be outside. It could also be between us. Perhaps this terrorist wants to place a bomb here, and then quietly leave this government, just in case. So I would rather kill 10,000 by mistake. Don't let one go. This reasoning seems reasonable, but in this way everyone also has suspicions. Meanwhile, Brother Beard suddenly became nervous at this moment. So while everyone was suspicious of each other, hiding my backpack quietly with my feet. Who knew this move? But it happened to be clearly seen by the man in a suit next to him. Brother Beard wants to explain, but others couldn't even listen. Just completely subdue him without a few clicks. When the backpack is opened, only a few sportswear and a hard disk were found inside, although it was just a false alarm. But Brother Beard felt like everyone was targeting him, so he pointed to the briefcase on the bar and said, if there is a bomb, so this should be the most suitable one. Who knew that a man in a suit heard this? Suddenly panicked, shout loudly, unable to open the kitchen, wanting to force the overlord to bow. But the copyright was overturned by a suit man. Now the names of the terrorists can be considered real. While everyone is arguing, the beggar rushed straight over, took the briefcase. I think if there is a bomb, it's not big enough to die together. Original men's underwear enthusiasts in suits. I saw him ashamed and walked aside to explain, but unexpectedly, there was a sudden and urgent knock on the door from the restroom. But strangely enough, the door is locked from inside. I can't even unscrew it. Even if I collide, I won't be able to separate it. Retired police witness. I had to take out my pistol and fire several shots at the door lock, and then a big foot pooped and hissed. Kicked the steel door open, and the fat man lying inside was the one who had just started borrowing the restroom. Everyone looked at the unconscious fat man. They all left the restroom in disgust. Only the beautiful girl who doesn't mind coming forward to check his situation. But the fat man was convulsing all over at this moment. No matter how you shout, he didn't have any objections. And I also found a strange large needle tube next to him. At this moment, the beggar suddenly noticed a truck driving outside, and a group of fully armed soldiers got off the car. Public witness. They all lay on the glass and shouted for help. Who knew that the masked man was just unloading a pile of tires? Then take out the flamethrower. A big fire ignited it. Quickly left. Subsequently, was reported on television that a fire broke out in this restaurant. The surrounding residents have been evacuated. Emergency evacuation. No casualties occurred. After hearing this, everyone angrily criticized the official for covering up the truth of the matter. But at this moment, a heavy footstep suddenly came from behind. Everyone turned around to take a look. Unexpectedly, it's the chubby guy lying in the restroom just now. At this point his body has already begun to mutate. Binaural bleeding. Eyeball burst. Gasping heavily for breath. It's like being infected with some terrible virus. With the drop of the phone, the fat man also fell down with him. Public witness. I want to try and help out. But the fat man suddenly woke up, shouting not to touch oneself. Then he took his last breath. Subsequently, everyone found out through the fat man's phone that he was originally a soldier. It seems to have been involved in the research of certain biological and chemical weapons. I just got infected with the virus. And the reason for the official lockdown of the bar, just to prevent the spread of the virus. So that means people here may have been infected with this virus, and anyone who has touched a phone or a fat person, the likelihood of infection will be greater. At this moment, the restaurant instantly became a mess. The three of them who had not directly touched the fat man instantly united. Command them with guns to open the cellar. Get in with the fat guy. No way. 5 people had to follow suit, dragging the fat man into the cellar. But the cellar is too narrow. Soon, the thin air makes it difficult for the god on the other side to breathe. He disregarded everyone's obstruction, climbed the stairs, desperately slapping the fat man to get out, but unexpectedly knocked over the wine on the ground. However, strangely enough, but the wine didn't flow out. Brother Beard opened the cardboard to view, discovered the foul odor of a sewer below, smoked everyone back and forth. Only beggars don't care. Decide to cross the channel, entering the sewer to find a way out. Immediately after, he began to take off his clothes. Pick up the salad oil next to you. Pour it all over your body as lubricant. Get ready. But who knows? No matter how hard a beggar tries, I can't even squeeze my stomach in. Public witness. Hurry up to help. But still unable to squeeze him in. But at this moment, suddenly there were several gunshots coming from upstairs. Scared them back and forth. The cook told everyone not to scream, and then came to the stairs. Through the cracks, it was discovered that the 3 people upstairs had been shot dead. Scared Beard brother sees the situation. Hurry up and turn off the light bulb. Prevent discovery. It didn't take long. The floor began to seep down with a large amount of thick smoke. Originally, the military wanted to destroy the remains. He burned down the entire restaurant, and the already thin air in the cellar became even rarer at this time, only by pulling the homeless man up to make the air circulate. But even so, Auntie still cannot breathe normally, so I decisively decided to climb the stairs, prepare to open the cover plate, but who knows, a piece of skin was burned off by the hot cover plate, fell heavily. Everyone had to rely on local materials, pour salad oil onto his hand. Then he took out the toilet paper again, provide simple treatment for the aunt. Meanwhile, Brother Beard also noticed that there seemed to be no movement upstairs, so he picked up the broom next to him, carefully pushed open the cover plate, discovering that the restaurant at this time had been completely burnt out. The body was dragged away by the authorities, locked this place down. Brother Beard saw that this place was empty, carefully pushed open the cover plate, climbing up, just as everyone else followed up. Brother Beard suddenly discovered the handgun left by a retired police officer, so he took advantage of people's unpreparedness, endured the scorching heat, hiding the pistol quietly behind him. Then he pretended to be okay and comforted the others. Take a break. Think about countermeasures again. Just then, suddenly, a strange noise came from the restaurant. Everyone followed the sound and found the fat man's phone under a metal sheet. By phone, they just found out the fat man is indeed infected with the virus, although injected with detoxifying serum, but because it was discovered too late, still hasn't been able to prevent the onset of the condition. After learning that the fat man still has excess serum on him, everyone hurriedly arrived at the cellar, searching for fatty people everywhere, but in the end nothing was achieved. At this point, the beggar accidentally found the serum left by the fat man from the toilet. But the bad news is, there are only 4 bottles of serum, and they have 5 people. Proposal from Pretty Girl: can mix and distribute the serum to 5 people. But Beard Brother is worried that this will lose its efficacy. However, just as everyone was discussing how to solve it, the beggar took the opportunity to give himself a needle, and when Brother Beard saw it, he became very angry. Charge up and give the beggar a set of combo punches. But who knows that beggars are strong. Quickly killed Brother Beard, and he also got a handgun. The cook wants to snatch the syringe at this moment, but he was also knocked down by the beggar with 2 punches. Accidentally dropped the vaccine onto earth. Auntie, when she saw a few people, she was very emotional, and quietly entered crying. Pick up the vaccine. Prepare to give yourself a shot too. But who knows, a hand slip. Unexpectedly, all the vaccines fell into the sewer. Wanna salvage the vaccine? Someone must get in there. Hands. Everyone turned their attention to the most beautiful girl with the best figure, under the threat of beggars. Beautiful girls have to obey. The cook saw the situation. Quickly pick up the salad oil. Without saying a word, apply it to the pretty girl, even pouring the entire barrel up. When everything is done, they are working together to stuff the beautiful girl into the sewer, despite the pretty girl getting stuck and bleeding profusely. But the cook still hasn't given up. He was forcefully pressed down with one hand. After swimming around in the dirty water, the pretty girl finally found the vaccine, and then climbed up the steps. Brother Beard takes out a wire, let her tie the vaccine on it, but the pretty girls don't even believe them at this moment. Everyone has no choice but to see the situation. I had to dismantle an iron pillar, enlarge the opening, then take off your clothes, apply salad oil one after another, got into the sewer, but who knows, it's just at this moment. Brother Beard dragged the beggar into the water with one hand, wanting to retrieve the pistol, and beggars dare not show weakness at all, got tangled up in the water with him, with a gunshot. The water surface has also returned to calm. Not a moment later, Brother Beard crawled up from the water, and I haven't waited for everyone to breathe yet. He raised his pistol, targeted the chef's head, command women to hand over their vaccines, but who knows, the pretty girl was already on guard, hiding the vaccine quietly, if he dares to shoot. So everyone here has to wait for death here. Upon seeing this, Brother Beard had no choice but to give up the forced acquisition. Prepare to find the exit first. Negotiate vaccine allocation again. I didn't expect that. Just as a few people passed through a pitch black hole, the always kind aunt actually pushed the fat man into the water with one hand, because he knows, if we really find the exit, so it will definitely be him, an elderly person, who will be eliminated by then. Fortunately, at this moment, Brother Beard shot and saw this scene through the firelight, so he quickly jumped into the water and extended a helping hand. And Auntie has also become a public enemy this time. Beard raises a pistol, wanted to take advantage of the situation and kill the old woman, but at the last moment, I still couldn't get down and hit hard. Auntie knows she's in the wrong, has lost the right to receive vaccines, so he consciously disappeared into the darkness with a handgun with a big beard. After a gunshot, it also represents the end of Auntie's life. However, at the hiding place, where the 3 of them found the potion, when preparing for injection, but suddenly a sound came from behind. So a few people followed the sound and passed by, want to check it out, but unexpectedly, at this moment, the body of the aunt was discovered, but strangely enough, 2 strange coins are still covered in their eyes. Suddenly there was another muffled sound, knocked on the fat man, received the boxed lunch on the spot, and then the beggar was just shot. But he didn't die. At this point, the beggar is completely insane. I insist on killing everyone here. Brother Beard and beautiful sister had to flee desperately, and the beggar chased after him relentlessly. Fortunately, at this moment, they followed the light and found the exit, so the 2 of them decisively climbed up the stairs. Who knows, at this moment, beautiful girl, a cunning one, accidentally dropped the vaccine from my mouth, and the beggar also caught up at this moment. Hold on to Brother Beard's pants. Stubborn Beard Brother knows he has no hope of survival. I handed my hope to the woman, then released both hands, falling to the bottom of the valley together with the beggar. Although women suffer greatly, but it cannot change the status quo at all, so he quickly pulled out the needle and injected himself with serum, and then desperately pushed open the manhole cover. Successfully escaped. That's it here. Women walking on the street in rags, although it emits a foul odor all over, but there will still be kind-hearted people who will give him a coat. But they don't know what the woman just went through, and the restaurant in the distance, still emitting thick smoke at this moment. Officials still broadcast the news of the fire on the news.